All right, y'all. So y'all are thinking about moving to Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, and you want to know if you should move to Arlington or Frisco, Texas. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. We're going to get to it right now.
Dre is frustrated with me today, y'all.
What's going on, everybody? I'm here with my business partner, Brandi.
What's going on, everybody?
And we're here with the Making Moves group here in Dallas, Texas. If this is your first time watching the channel, you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, playing, eating, and chilling in Dallas, definitely got to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon next to it to be the first to know when we upload a new video. And listen, guys, we like to make moves, and we also like helping y'all make moves too. So if you're interested in moving and relocating and purchasing a home in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, definitely got to give us a call, shoot us a text, or simply send us an email. We got your back when moving to Dallas. Without further ado, we're going to get straight to it.
We're getting straight to it.
All right, Brandi. So what we got? We talking about Frisco and we talking about Arlington, Texas. Both offer a lot of the same amenities, but two totally different places. So what you got on it?
Well, first I want to tell them, y'all watching, that Dre is fed up with me today, okay, y'all? But anywho, we kind of be going back and forth. At the end of the videos, I want to drop a little bit of knowledge and some breadcrumbs. So if y'all want to stay tuned and watch it to the end, I guarantee you, if you don't know what you're needing to do to purchase a home, stay tuned and watch it to the end, and I'll drop some knowledge each and every video on what you need to do and how to help you purchase a home. Okay, so back to the video for today, right? So Frisco and Arlington. Dre like the Frisco side, because if y'all don't know, Dre is a really big avid person for North Dallas and the North Dallas area, and all up in that area. Frisco is kind of up in that area, right?
Actually, Brandi,
what, Dre?
I like Arlington because you know why?
Why?
Because Arlington is just it's for people like me. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for
Well, you know our watchers, you know our subscribers, and you know people that stay tuned. And so when you say people like you, what do you mean?
I feel like
Do you mean people like you meaning black? People like you meaning young men? People like you mean no kids? You know, I think, what are you, Generation X or a millennial? Which one are you? So what do you mean
I'm
by
like
people like you?
borderline. I don't know. For y'all watching out there, drop a comment. I was born in 1995, so and then for the
Okay, so
single,
help us decide which one Dre is. I think he's a millennial, but go ahead.
and for the single ladies out there, if you're looking for a man, no, I'm playing. I'm playing.
This
Anyway,
is not that kind of YouTube channel.
anyways,
But okay, so you said people like you. You like Arlington better because it's more for people like you.
yeah. So first of all, I'm broke. Okay, and
Right?
Frisco, you gotta have a lot of money. Okay.
He don't mean he broke, y'all. He just mean Frisco is an upper
Yeah,
class area.
yeah, that's what I mean. I ain't got
Okay.
Frisco money. Frisco money, them houses
Yeah.
out there cost like $600,000 or more. Okay, out
Okay.
there in Arlington, you can get you a good old house for about $300,000. In Arlington, you can't.
No, 300. I say a good price point in Arlington is about 350 to 4. Put you in a really nice house.
Okay,
300 is a little bit below the median.
okay.
But go ahead.
You know, I was gonna cut that out, but you being real honest, so I'm gonna leave that in there. You know,
Yeah, we got to be
but
honest with our subscribers.
But then again, one thing I would like to say, I don't want to
Mhm.
break any fair housing laws, but my interpretation of it is Arlington, that's where the melting pot is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's where you get a little bit of
The
everybody.
more diversity.
Yeah, that's where I feel like it's more diverse at. It's not the prettiest out there in Arlington. With diversity comes, you know, how do you put it? Some areas might look good and some areas might look gentrified. That's where some areas might look bad and some areas might look gentrified. That's where I would put it. Like Arlington isn't the prettiest. It looks I don't know. I'm gonna just redo that. That's why I don't like talking.
No, you keeping it real. Like, I don't edit it. So I think at the end of the day, people subscribe and watch us because we keep
Yeah,
it honest within the parameters of the
yeah,
law, right?
yeah,
So I'm gonna let you say the stuff that can get you. No, I'm just playing.
yeah.
But
But yeah, to be
but
honest, Yeah, some areas look good and some areas don't. It's just like Dallas. Some areas look really good and some areas look really bad. So that's why you
Whereas
got
Frisco is so upper class
yeah.
that most entirely all of Frisco
Yeah.
is upper class. So it all looks good. Like you
And
rarely find,
Frisco,
not saying there ain't no
yeah,
hood in Frisco. It's a hood,
yeah,
but it ain't quite like a Arlington,
yeah,
urban. I don't want to, I hate when people say
yeah,
urban area. I'm gonna say hood because hood don't necessarily mean urban.
yeah.
But that's what
But
they'll use as the phrase urban, more urban. Arlington is more urban than Frisco.
and that
Arlington has more urban areas.
yeah, and that's why they got us because we can kind of point them in the right direction of where they can
That's right.
actually live at. But you're right, Frisco. I did a vlog out there, and they have really good houses out there, and they have some. They're when they're really bad houses ain't like the really bad houses in Dallas. It's just like
Yeah,
small. The yards are really small, and like you can definitely see like the polar opposite.
different.
Yeah. So
And then you got to understand also with money comes opportunity. And so, with that being said, a lot of the school district pumps a lot of money into it. So, they have higher stars. We can't say if it's a better or worse. We're going to say on a grading scale. If you go to niche.com, the schools in Frisco's have a higher grading scale than the ones in Arlington. So, you just kind of got to look around. And we're going to also post private schools in Arlington in which areas the private schools are. Not saying the Arlington school districts are good or bad. We're just saying their stars probably and grading scale isn't as high as your Frisco. So if you're getting a more cost efficient house in Arlington, you may want to consider some inexpensive or not as expensive private schools, and we'll list that. I'm saying we, but I really mean Dre. Gonna post that in our wherever you post that stuff at, right?
in,
So
in
y'all
our
can kind
description,
of
this is how they know who does what. Okay, Brandi sells the houses, and I do all the YouTube stuff. She's
but
like,
that way we can show y'all where that is. And what we're gonna do next week, I really got faith in us, okay? Our next video following this is we're gonna kind of compare some housing so you can see what we're talking about. We are not house and couch people. We are out in the streets people and kind of vlogging so we can show you what we're saying so you'll get an understanding. So we're gonna show you a house in Frisco for the same square footage, same bedroom, same 1 or 2 story, and then one in Arlington that's equivalent, and then you'll see the price difference so you kind of understand. Now, as far as the comparison, other than the property, what would you say as far as like the entertainment, Dre? Because you kind of like to go out and do things.
yeah,
So the entertainment as far as Arlington and the entertainment as far as Frisco, is it a comparison? Is it equivalent or what?
I don't know. So Frisco, I feel like, far as the entertainment, it's like Frisco is a little bit more upper class when it comes to entertainment. It's more a little less urban, like you like to say. So they got
Okay,
like they have how you say WPPO stuff.
got you.
If
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everybody gets that, if
That
everybody,
might go over some people's
yeah, I
head,
might
but
go over,
I
yeah,
understand.
yeah. So they got that stuff. So they got like a PGA Tour Frisco there. They got the Toyota Center where FC Dallas plays. They got the minor league baseball team there. They got FC Star. They got the Dallas Stars practice facility there. They got the Star. So the thing I like about this video is we're talking about Jerry's world. Okay, so Jerry has two worlds here. He has the Dallas Star. I mean, the Star. He has the Star in Frisco. And then he has AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. So Jerry technically owns both of those cities. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys. I mean,
And
Cowgirls.
that's why we were comparing the two because they're very equivalent as far as the location,
Yeah,
right? Frisco is pretty centrally located on the Dallas side. Arlington is pretty centrally located between Dallas and Fort Worth, right? If you ask anybody close to the airports, it's kind of the same distance from the airport, just on a different side.
yeah,
Arlington has you, like Dre said, it has all of those things for entertainment in Dallas. Well, Arlington also has
I didn't even get the
That
name.
the
I didn't even get the name entertainment yet.
offer that for Frisco.
I was just doing Frisco.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Don't lose your thought though, because I want to
No,
get.
go ahead.
Yeah, so Frisco, they have the star, and it's just they're building up out there, so it's constantly growing. And the thing that's about to really set Frisco apart is the fact that they have Universal Studios coming. Okay, so when I talk about Arlington, you're gonna be like, oh, it has the same vibes. The only thing I would say, well, yeah, they do have entertainment. It's at the
They
Star.
got Six Flags. They got
Yeah,
Six Flags. They got Hawaiian Falls. It might not be
yeah.
Hawaiian Falls.
No, it's I think it's Hawaiian Falls or Hurricane Harbor. It's Hurricane Harbor.
Hurricane
Yeah,
Harbor. And they have the Cowboy
yeah.
Stadium, the Texas Rangers Stadium right next to it. They have what else?
Texas Live, and then they have a
Texas Live. Would you not think Texas Live is kind of equivalent to the Star?
yeah, but the vibe at Texas Live is just so different. I went to a baseball game one time. Well, I didn't go to the baseball game. I went after the baseball game to Texas Live, and
Mm.
it's a big bar. That's what I would say, and it's very spread out. And let's just say if the Rangers win that night, then it's gonna be a good night at Texas Live. It's a
Yeah.
whole big
And
party.
it's more young.
Yeah,
Again, it's more diverse. It's more a big Arlington is an energy and a vibe in
yeah.
itself, right?
Arlington
Um
has brunch spaces, food options. It's a vibe, I would say.
it's a vibe. Yeah. Even like the outside walking malls, they got the Parks Mall,
Yep.
good food, a lot excuse me, a lot of sports bars, and then they're close to Dallas. So if you leave a show at the Cowboy Stadium, it might be the AT&T Stadium, you leave a show, you can get 15 minutes, you'll be in downtown Dallas where
Yeah.
you can go
Hold up,
party.
Brandy, you lying? Okay.
What?
That traffic after those games is nothing to play with. So on any other day, on any other day, the
Ah, you're so funny.
on
You
any
said
other
not
day,
on a game day. Not on a game day.
yeah, because
Well,
I
if
used to
they're
live out there.
deciding between between Frisco and Arlington, what are some of the things that you would say are the determining factors?
I would say convenience of like where your job is. So
Okay,
Arlington, it's like right dab in the middle of Fort Worth and Dallas. Like 15 to
gotcha.
20 minutes either way. If you're living in Arlington, you there and wherever you want within 15 to 20 minutes of Dallas
Yep,
and Fort Worth. I would say
yep.
that would be the biggest one. Um, Cost of living, depending on how much you want to pay. Like we
Yep.
said, Arlington is a lot more affordable than Frisco. And then I would say school districts. School districts are way different in Arlington versus Frisco as well. So,
Okay. So then I'm going to counter and say if you're looking for family oriented, and we're not saying, because a lot of people make comments and we're not, and they say that some of the things that we're saying are not factual. Well, a lot of it is, again, our opinion and what we've seen and based off of our experience and what we sell, right? So the things that we say that are proven facts where we add ratios and numbers, we're probably going to direct you to niche.com, and wherever we pull those are from statistics. If we give you numbers, it's what we pull from statistics. Okay. So getting back to that, in our opinion, I say Frisco if you're looking for a more familial vibe, if you're looking for more parks and dog parks, walking parks, trails, just a different
yeah,
way of living, right? If you're not necessarily needing entertainment, but you're wanting to take your kids to a game, a soccer game, or on a walking trail or go fishing, then I would say that would be your Frisco, right? If you're looking for um more of a suburban feel, but with a big city aspect, that's Frisco.
yeah,
Um, if you're looking for more um the taxes are about equivalent. Also, I want to say the taxes are pretty equivalent in both. They're both high taxes on Frisco and Arlington side. But if you're looking for a little bit more of a clean feeling, because Frisco is a little bit, not a little bit, Frisco is a lot more newer. They
yeah,
have a lot more newer areas, newer things that are bringing people, attractions that are bringing people to the city. So I would say it has a cleaner, more suburban feel. So if that's kind of the vibe you're looking for, then I would say Frisco is more for you.
And if you want that kind of Frisco vibe with the Arlington price, they have the Viridian Master Plan Community, and that gives you
I
kind
knew
of
you was gonna bring up the Viridian. That's your favorite place.
yeah, yeah, that is my favorite. Yeah, if I don't know nothing about Arlington, I know about the Viridian.
Right.
That is my favorite place. It got everything there. So you literally, unless you want to go groceries, like for all your entertainment stuff, you don't really have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Um, they got, they got boat docks. Like you can rent a boat. They have a little mini beach. They have volleyball court. They have fitness center. They have all that
Yeah.
stuff like within the community. So you don't really
In
have
the one master plan community. Yeah.
so.
So that's good. All right.
Like
What else?
within the Viridian too, like they have all different price points. So you can have like the 350 house range all the way up to like the $1 million house range. So I know we talk about Frisco being like upper class, but just because just because like you make a million, you have your $1 million house. Don't never mind. I'm just gonna be quiet. Just gonna be quiet. I don't.
First, Dre was about to get into something deep real quick,
Yeah.
but we do want to say, like, we're not counting nobody pockets. You can still find you some nice $1 million homes if that's what you choose in Arlington area. There's a lot of duck offs, right? If you want larger space, like it just depends on what you're looking for. If you reach out to us and tell us what you're looking for, we will find it. Whether it be Dallas, Frisco, South Lake, North Lake, Arlington, Grand Prairie, we're just kind of giving you the comparisons. I always like to get the comparison, the Dallas versus Fort Worth, because those are the two major cities. So Frisco is a comparison to me for the Dallas side, and Arlington is a comparison to me for the Fort Worth. So if you're trying to go a little bit smaller than Dallas and Fort Worth, then that gives you your Frisco, your Arlington. So we kind of like giving you the versus series. So if you're on the fence about which area to go to, we're giving you
Yeah.
options, right? That's all we're trying to do, is kind of give you options. And if it's something that you're confused on, you have questions, reach out to us. We answer questions. I take calls. You get me literally answering the calls, and I will answer the questions to the best of my ability to kind of guide where you're trying to go.
Okay.
Okay.
Any
So next week, I think I want to do Keller versus where?
Keller versus
Argyle,
Art?
Anna, Selina, which one?
Mm, they all. Look, I don't know. I don't
And
know.
they are pretty similar, but that'll kind of give us, again, north, south, east, west, Dallas versus Fort Worth. So I feel like if we do
Keller
Keller suburb,
like versus Selina or something.
all righty, that's what we're gonna talk about next week, you guys. Keller versus Salina, price points and houses. All right. What you got? What else you got?
That's it.
So if you guys didn't watch us this far and got to the end, I promised at the beginning that I would give you some tools and steps to help you purchase a home. We get clients again reaching out to us. What we do is real estate. I'm a realtor in Texas, and we are helping with people with the goal of home ownership. Right? Not saying we don't help with rentals, but we primarily focus on home ownership. So if you are wanting to buy a home or purchase a home, and you don't know what the very first step should be, right? As a realtor, you're going to hear a lot of realtors say, reach out to a realtor first. I'm going to tell you, for me as a realtor, I don't believe that that's your first step. For me, I believe the first step is to knowing your status, knowing where you are. And with that, I mean, look at your credit report, know where your credit is. That's the first step, is to know. You avoid it and you hide it, but know your credit score, okay? So when we reach out and you reach out to us and say, hey, we want to buy a home, I don't know what my credit score is, we don't mind helping you. But if you'd have just looked it up yourself, you could have started the process on working on building, improving, or getting it where it needs to be so that we can send you to the next step. So I'm going to say the first step is knowing your credit, knowing where your credit score sits, and knowing how to increase that score. Okay. Right now, a decent credit score, people help at 580s. They really do. You can get a loan for 580, but do you want to get a loan for 580? That's something like getting a car loan at 20% interest rate. You
Ooh.
can get approved, but your interest rate is so high. Why would you want to do that? Right. So work on your credit. Know your credit, not Credit Karma. Credit Karma is not an accurate depiction of what your credit looks like for the mortgage field, right? It may be accurate for other areas, but not for lending. Experian is a good one. Equifax is a good one. Know your score. If you need help with that, reach out to us and we can help you know your score, and we can kind of help you understand what your credit score makeup is and what lenders are looking for to get you approved. Okay. So that's my tip of today, is know where you are with your credit. And next week I'll tell you the next step after knowing where you are with your credit. You say, hey Brandi, I looked on Experian, I know where my credit score is, I know what I have. Now what's next? And then we'll talk about what's next in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you.
Deuces.
One.